Tonight we're welcoming Rahel and Mwasi from Ilava. Ilava is a fair trade fashion company that serves as a way to help women entrepreneurs in Kenya and Tanzania gain economic security. 2020 marks Ilava's 10th anniversary. Woohoo! And today they'll be showing us their brand new collection, title of which is Tulia. And I'm hoping they'll explain that in their presentation. And they'll be talking a bit about their business. So take it away, ladies.
I'm Rahel. And we are Team Ilava. At least the Chicago team in of Ilava. Of course, we have a team in Kenya and Tanzania. So we're going to talk today a little bit about our background, the history of Ilava. I'm going to turn it to Mwasi, who served as the CEO, who is actually shy. I don't know if I say shy. We are sisters, if you did not know. So I tend to talk a lot because my profession requires me to do so. So every now and then I practice to fall back. So I'm gonna let one talk a little bit about who we are as a company, as a brand, and then we'll get more into details about our current collection and the name behind it and show you a few pieces of Ilava, how you can style them and answer any questions that you may have and other questions that we get a lot as a brand. So thank you so much for joining us. We're excited. So hopefully you learn something about Ilava, about fair trade, and about partnership and working together. So I'll shoot to Marcy and she can tell us all about Ilava, a little bit about Ilava.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. We are grateful that you are here. You are part of social mission. Ilava is social entrepreneurship. It was a project which my sister started. Well, she came up with the idea. She found it because she did her undergraduate in Kibera, Kenya. And when she came back, she said, she was challenged in one of her classes. And the professor said, most Africans do not really go back and invest to their home countries. So it really, really challenged my sister. And when she came back, she said, well, how about let's start doing something back to where?
It was original Kibera. So Kibera. I started with the Kibera paper project. It's a handmade card. So the whole concept was more of me finishing off my thesis. I was like, okay, I'm going to write my thesis and I'm be done with it. And I'm going to show that women entrepreneurs are key to economic development. Even though in college you hear that about what is called the flight. You hear a lot of immigrants, especially Africans, who leave the continent and never go back. And there's some truth to that. You can talk about it all about, but there's a reason why people don't go back, right? But also we saw in our family, in our community, a lot of our parents and peers went back home, but never really been acknowledged. Like the work that Africans do in their home country, you never hear or talk about it. All you hear is the Westerner going back to the African continent and do stuff. So it was more of like a challenge for me to start it, also to rewrite the narrative and to expand the narrative what we see Africans. You know, we always seen as recipient of great generosity, but not contributor to economic development or philanthropies. But that's not what we saw growing up. We grew up seeing parents who gave back, who helped their siblings, their community. We come together for somebody's tuition, wedding, funeral, anything, you know. So that was not what we grew up seeing. And we love fashion.
And can I just interject here? You guys were small children in Africa and you moved to the US when you were?
I was 12. I was 14.
Yeah.
So that being said, when we started, Rahel said, okay, we're only going to do a Kibera paper project, which are the recycled cards, and they're made by the women in Kenya. Kibera, one of the worst slums in the world in Kenya, and we wanted to do more. So we used to get questions about fashion, like every time we go home, back home, meaning back home Tanzania, we have two homes, Chicago and Tanzania. And we'll have clothes made because we used to play with dolls. We made clothes here and there. So people will ask, where did you get that from? Can you make it for us? And then say, you know what? There are people back home in Tanzania who want to be employed. They have these talents. So why not take this opportunity, because the challenge was posed and we have a passion. What can we not combine those two? So we started designing clothes. So little by little. So exactly, we can't remember.
I think 2016
16.
is when, so we started like in 2010 and we incorporate like one pieces, like, so we start with the cards and then we did like jewelry and then we did like little tote bags. And then 2016, we did our very first clothing line and we actually named it after our grandparents. We want to honor the two women in our lives who really inspired us. So that was in 2016. And then in 2018, we showcased our LA Fashion Week. And that was like one of the, like, we could not believe it. I think when we walked to the runway at LA Fashion Week, we were like, oh my goodness. I was telling my sister, like, what are we doing here?
I know. It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. But for me, at least, I recall after the fashion show in LA, and then after the pictures, the video, the lights and everything else, and showing the women about what we have been able to accomplish together, they was like, oh my goodness, we did this. And I'm like, yeah, your hands, your skill set, you did this. You are not this unskilled, widow, HIV infected person that the world wants to describe you as. You have a skill set with the right market and the right resources. You can move yourself out of the extreme poverty, and you do not need charitable donation to do that because you have a skill set. So that was really amazing to be able to see that, even though we don't have like 100 and 500 employees, but the few that we have and the impact that we are able to do by great consumer that we have here in the States is really changing the impact. And we are rewriting the narrative. 2 African girls who moved to the United States, going back home and now working with the women in their country. So it was like, okay, we can do this. We are not, my sister has education background. I have psychology and international public service. Don't ask me what does that mean. But, none of us have done fashion, but we have a passion. And I think fashion is just one way, one of the tools that we have seen to incorporate our culture. And also another part is which we'll talk about it later, to celebrate our culture. So, right now you probably see in the fashion industry, African prints, they're everywhere. There's like trend, right? It's the in thing, and so, but we don't see it as a trend. This is our culture, yeah, but this is the clothes that you see me wear to work, to a party. It's part of my lifestyle. Once I take this off, I'm still African. When I put this on, I'm African. This garment does not make me. This is not a costume. So it's been a tool for us to educate people about, what is culture? What makes the person that it is? Does culture appropriation when it comes to fashion? We get that a lot. Does that exist? Absolutely. We see it all the time. But also, where do we draw a line, right? So we have, our clientele is diverse group of women, but we realize what combine all of our clients is the love for culture, love for global, love for women entrepreneurship, and the love for just being shopping with purpose, right? Mm-hmm. So once you find a woman who's Black, Asian, Latino, white woman. So, but then because this is also, the print is also been a topic of cultural appropriation, because people have taken this and turned into something that is not. So we have our women who are like, I love everything that you're doing. Not only the piece is amazing, but knowing that once I shop, it's making an impact, but I'm afraid, should I wear this? So we found ourselves also educating people. What does it mean to be culture appropriate? Can you, non-Black woman, can you wear this? We say, absolutely, you can wear this. Because unless you want to treat this as a costume, then do not wear it. Mm-hmm. But if this is a piece of clothes that you cherish, that you wear to work, as a part of your wardrobe, and you know where it came from, you know who made it, and you want to make an impact, and you respect that, you don't claim this to be that which was created by somebody in India or in China, but it was created by African woman in Tanzania. Absolutely. Tell her story. Rock that outfit. Look fabulous. Those are the only rules that we have. Look fabulous. Tell this story. and look amazing and continue to shop with purpose and find other Ilava type of company and be conscious about what you put in your closet, right? We are, conscious shoppers. So we get that a lot, and we use this opportunity to educate women about who we are. It's not just about, trendy, what is in or what the celebrity are wearing, but more of, celebrating the beauty, the colorful, the vibrant, and the boldness of African print. Indeed, African print at one point, the designs meant something. There was message behind that. But no longer now is that. So you're not wearing anything that is going to, we don't use any print that is supposed to be ceremonious or supposed to represent something. We are very particular about when we pick prints that this print is going to be wear for consumer purpose. For example, I always use as an example, and I'll stop talking. Like in Tanzania, there's about 120 tribes, right? One of the most recognizable tribes is Maasai. They use beadwork. Let me see what's the Maasai name. So they use the beadwork, right? So our parents are from two different tribes, Hehe and Nyamwezi. We are not Maasai. And some of the Maasai jewelry, they have a meaning. And because I am Tanzanian, there's only Maasai jewelry I cannot wear. It will be a culture appropriate because I'm not part of that culture. And if it was supposed to be for like a person who just had a baby and you're celebrating your firstborn, you will wear that. And if I am not of that tribe and I'm not going through that ceremonious purpose, I cannot wear that thing. So sometimes when we talk about cultural appropriation, we want to think about very narrow-minded, but it's really important to understand that the meaning behind it, and all of us can be guilty, and you have to be really careful. So we use this opportunity as a Ilava, as a brand, to talk. It's a tough conversation, right?
It's very tough. It's interesting to hear that like not all of these fabric patterns necessarily mean anything, but some of them do. I mean, I think I would feel better buying something from you than from maybe a white business owner who was using the same patterns, just because, I mean, especially because you grew up there, you might have more information, but it's a thorny issue.
It is, because like I said, then it's our responsibility as a designer now to make sure that, because we know we are going to sell our product to the American consumer. So we're going to be really careful to make sure that the pattern that we are choosing do not represent some a specific messaging, right? Like in Tanzania, the kanga, there's a messaging in every kanga, there's this fabric. So make sure you know what it's saying before you wear that. So that's why it's important, if you're gonna wear African print or a product made in Africa, that you know who's making it. And it's representing the right thing and the right messaging, because you as a consumer, you'll be the one to get in trouble because they're not gonna go and find the designer. So that's why I even say this big company, when they start merging into making these prints because it's a trend that they want to grab that consumer, make sure you partner with locals so they can educate you. What does this mean? Don't just say, okay, now prints are in, our next collection, let's make them. Be careful. Honor the culture, honor the people, partner with the locals, and they're more than happy to do so. And that's what we are trying to do that. And the best, at least that's our part in all of this.
I would love it if you could maybe after the fact list some resources for us, and we can post that for people, where we can educate ourselves a little bit, besides just your website, but also your website.
Great. We would love to.
But let's see some clothes.
Great. So the time. Our most recent collection is called Tulia. It was
Tulia.
Go ahead.
Okay. Tulia is it's a phrase. It means be still in Swahili, Kiswahili. And in the midst of COVID, I was supposed to be in Tanzania in May.
Yeah.
I couldn't go. And that broke my heart because I really wanted to be there. It was a 10-month year anniversary. And I had all these ideas on how our design were going to be, but we had to make the best out of the quarantine. And so we designed from this end, and we had our shipment delivered via DHL. So we had to be still. So we named Tulia because we wanted to just remind ourselves, whatever circumstances that are going around in the world, we can still do what we absolutely love. And we came up with a name, Talia, and then it's fitted.
So yeah, so we're gonna show you some of the pieces. We're gonna move some chair. We're gonna stand up. And I think they're gonna, we suppose there's a win at the end. So as Marcy is getting herself ready, so we'll start off with what I'm wearing, right? So this is, we call this, I'm a guild. I used to be a fan of Scandals. So you know how Olivia Pope used to wear those jackets, and we wanted to create something that similar to that. So we called it this handle jacket, but it can be worn as a jacket or as a dress. And I start off as a dress, but if I open this belt that I did on and have like a little pin inside, you can be nice, as free as you want. And you can see the back of it. And then you have your pocket, so you're free. And you can add a little brooch here if you like. And then if you want, I'm gonna take my shoes off, right? Say you wanna have a sporty look. You can never go wrong. I hope Adidas will pay me for this. My favorite all the time. So a little stain Adidas, you can wear this and make your outfit a little bit sporty. And you are still comfortable, sporty. And then, oh, you wanna go back to your belt. I'm going through my arms right here. You see that? And I tied up the belt. And I'm having what I call my superwoman look. And
that's a one size, is that a one size fits all then?
Size fit it all. I mean, honestly, it depends with your comfort zone. And then in the winter, so it's all multiple season. In winter, you can put like a turtleneck underneath and some leggings with knee-high boots. Maybe we'll do something in the fall to show you how you can style this. And some knee-high boots, turtleneck, you're ready to go, right? And then, oh, you want to go back to your heels. You can just style it however you want. Or you want to put like a crispy white shirt underneath all of this, and you're ready to go. Little black dress, and you want to use this as like a jacket and just kind of wrap yourself around it. You can do whatever you want. So it's like the best piece we have. We make this every season, just in different prints. So this time we have, I'll show you some. We have in this color. And we also have like in a black and white. I am gonna pull one. So they are all the same thing. It's like, so it depends what you like. But so this is, it's handle jacket, and we think every woman needs this in their closet. Can never go wrong. So next I'm gonna have Marcy come up. So Marcy start off, this is our new collection. It's just a simple A-line dress with pockets. Anything made with Ilava, we have pockets. If it's not, does not have a pocket, it's not ours. So see, she has that on. And then it comes with the belt. Which one we're gonna do first? Let's see. So you wanna accentuate your waist. You know, every woman wants her waist little snatch. If she does not, she's a liar. So you can add a little belt that comes with it and tie in the back. Kind of give you a little nice little, and then if you want, you can always add, every woman should have accessory. Add a little accessory here.
You guys don't sell accessories too, do you?
We do. We have bracelets. We have, we don't have brooch. That's, you just gave us an idea. You see, necklaces. I cannot do this right now, but you know, they kind of, oh, there you go. So you kind of add whatever you want. So this dress, what we love about this also is the fact that you can do it front or the back, kind of tie the bow in the front. We made this very thick band, so you can make it like, make it skinny or thick. We always about to see what multiple way you can wear something. So here you go. We were thinking actually making a video and kind of do like a bow tie here.
Like a how-to video.
Yeah, but it's really simple. There you go. There you go. Nice little bow tie there.
Cute.
Here, and then the same belt can actually go on the shoulder, which we like discover is an accident, by the way. We did not plan, and I'm trying to remember, like make a ball here, so you can do the ball.
So cute. I love a multifunctional garment. It's so cool.
Yeah. So it depends. Can you imagine? You can wear this to work, and then you're going to happy hour. You're changing lap. You're changing the belt. Remove the belt. Changing the belt. It's a one dress, and then you may not want to do this belt. You may have your own little skinny belt at home that you want to just add into it. Again, this dress, people always ask this. Well, they associate African print with like hot, summer season, right? So this dress in the winter, in the fall, you just layer. You put a little blazer on top, some tights, some knee-high boots. You're going to work. So I'm going to have one change. And then what else? Let's see if we have any questions. Patty, do we know how we're gonna pick our winner for today? Do we have an idea?
So you guys are gonna do a giveaway. I don't know what you're giving away, but I found a random name picker on the internet, and I have popped everyone who registered for the event into the name picker.
Okay.
And we're just gonna do a quick whirl of the wheel whenever you guys are ready. But I kind of feel like that's pretty fun, so we should probably leave that till the end. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking for what were you saying? Once it's changing, so I want to see if there's any question on the chat that I can answer. I'm waiting for once to come on.
I don't see any on the chat, although people are really enjoying your clothes a lot. But I want to ask you, it's your 10th anniversary. What have you, oh, hi, Sylvia. I'll add you to the drawing. What have you learned? What's the biggest thing you've learned in 10 years?
Oh, my goodness. Stay true to who you are, especially right now with the social media. It is so easy to be like, we knew that going in, this was not something to replace our 9-to-5, or we knew that going in, this is not something that, it's not necessarily our retirement thing. We were very clear about our social mission and what we want to do and the story and the mission behind it, right? So the 10 years is so crazy because the 10-year anniversary came like, oh my goodness, this year is our 10-year anniversary. We did not even realize we were like, that was like, sis, we might be a horrible business people because anybody will be planning this like 2 years ago, right? So stay true to who you are. Know your mission, know why you're doing this. Because as a small business, it's going to be really hard to figure out and find your market and your partners. Like being a part of Chicago Fair Trade has been amazing for us because now we are linked with like-minded. So find your community, find your village. Those are the things that are very important as you run your small business. And also, just because you're a small business, it does not mean your impact is small, right? So also just don't let the mainstream stand at what it means to be successful. Define who you are. Yeah, I talk about this all the time. We may never make Forbes 30 under 30, or actually we're not even 30 anymore, 40 under 40, but that's fine. We all care with that, because what we're doing, you cannot measure the impact and the partnership that we've been able to make in the year. So once it's ready.
I guess most of us are not here because we're into like businesses that are like good on paper, we want businesses that make a difference.
So here we are. So we have created a new little A-line skirt. Every woman need an A-line skirt in her closet, right? But what we did this time, we just add some little buttons for details in the pockets, because women do not like anything in their hips. So we moved the pocket away from the seam line to the front. So this is a beautiful, lightweight skirt with buttons, high waist with a little thick band. So kind of situate the waist. So again, this is just a classic A-line skirt, right? That every woman probably wants in her closet, but because it's made in African print, it just brings that new dynamic of chicness and sassiness. So it's a perfect, if you're gonna wear A-line skirt, why not a bold, beautiful print, right? And we tend to make these again every season, just different color. In the winter, we're gonna line this up so it can be a little bit thick, so you can feel comfortable to wear during the winter.
So Rahel, somebody is asking, what is your sizing like?
So we start at, right now, I think we have got to 2XL. 2XL, and then also the beauty of small business, right? So if we do not have your size and you email us and you talk to us and we know there's a demand, we make that happen. It's in our name. It can be done, right? Within this proper guidelines of who we are as a brand. But right now we go to 2XL. And also we don't mass produce. We are very conscious, we don't mass produce. So you're not gonna see, let's see, we normally make like 12. We make a dozen. That's 12, right? Better math. What is that?
Yeah. That's
dozen.
right.
Yes, there you go. So we normally don't make more than 12 of the same. So like, for example, this, only 6 were made. So after 6, they're gone. We're gonna make another, you may get another cap, but it's gonna be a different print.
And do you have a size chart on your website? So
we do.
Yeah, so people know their measurements, their bust measurement or whatever, their hip measurement for that skirt, they can plug it in.
This is our favorite shirt dress that can be worn like a swimming suit cover or just as a dress. Moss is wearing with some shorts, make it a little bit chic. A lot of young people are like, I don't want to look like old lady. The association again, why with the African wear is this customing. Like I'm going, don't be that person, only buy this in February. We are one of those people want to shut down our website in February just because this is not a costume that you wear on February or you're going to come into America theme party. No, you can wear anytime. So for Moss here, as you see, let's say she's going to the beach, she's got a swimming suit, but then she decides she's going to dinner, right? She's just gonna wrap that up, change those shoes. Not necessarily you. You already changed.
So it's a shirt dress, but it's also a jacket.
Jacket, yes. And yeah, so here she is. Yeah, they have shorts. Yeah, move your shorts, remove your shirt. There you go. You can, yeah, so you go, there she is. And then if she's there, so we always say that the woman who shop in any major retail places, whether you shop at the second hand, or you're somewhere in Michigan Avenue, or you like Ilava, you can incorporate all of that into your wardrobe. So like in here, let's say she's doing this, okay. She's doing a little belt. She wanna make it a little funky and jazzy. There you go. She's adding a little belt to it. And then she's going to dinner, right? So here you go. So a dress that was once like a swimming suit cover, a little lounge, now can be worn as a dress with the belt. Again, in the fall, she's just changing the shoes, add some boots, and she is ready to go.
So pretty.
There you go. Thank you. Anything? I think those are the few pieces like I can say for this fall. We have that. Let's see. Let me. What is happening? Yeah, there you go.
So guys, while they're changing out, feel free to enter your questions in the chat.
Yeah, so this is one of our favorite dresses. Again, Moss is now wearing, but we call this the cold shoulder. Again, we try to, the way we design, we try to keep very simple cuts, like everyday woman. Every woman wants a blazer. You have a dress that is like A-line, is flattering your body, This is not part of the new collection, but to just give you an idea, like we had like a trench jacket, right? So what woman does not want a nice trench jacket for the fall, right?
It's gorgeous. So
we design pieces that we know that everyday woman, professional, non-professional, you can go to work, you can go to brunch. See, they go Wansi.
We have a question from Taylor. Are your fabrics screen printed or batik, or is it another printing method?
It's not batik. So they're not batik. It's just classic African print. So wax. It's a wax. So there's a whole commercial story about wax, right? In the prints. which is another conversation, where it actually originated in Indonesia, and the Dutch, the one who introduced to the continent of Africa, right? So there's
Wow.
all history behind the print. It was Dutch. That's why sometimes you see some of the print will say Dutch wax, because it was actually Indonesian, from Indonesia, but then it became popular in 1800 in the continent of Africa because of the trade, and then it was just marketed as the print of Africa. But if you go to like Ethiopia, they don't even have this. So every African country we use that very loosely when we say African print. Really, it's 54 country, but for this purpose we are using that word, but we understand that such thing really does not exist.
And are these all cotton fabrics, correct?
100% cotton. Yep.
And then in particularly in Tanzania, I know a lot of women, they use African print, like it's called kitenge, to be specific. They use this to carry their babies. They use this to carry, like they will make it in a roll and put it on top of their head so they can go and fetch water. So the material is used for multiple purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So just one of the education purposes of, what kitenge means. Kitenge means
like if you probably go, that's how to show how durable it is, right? It's very durable. You see women carrying their baby in the back, on the front. Again, I'm gonna throw some names over there. Hopefully not getting in trouble. Like, those Bobby Bajan baby carrier, African invent that. Just take this print, 6 yards, put your baby in the back, you carry the baby, you are done. And then very safe. And now we mark, we westernize, and the baby now is dingling with baby Bajan. But the concept of it all, it was it was a young mom in Africa who saw the strength and how durable this print is, and they carry their baby, and here it is. So it's one of those things that, again, we are Africans, Tanzanian, who are American, and now we love our culture, we love our prints, we love the vibrant, the boldness of the color, and but also we are in American culture, so we want to see, hey, how can we, how can a young person who wants to rock an African print, but make you a crop top, so they can feel like, okay, I can still purchase something made with love, with respect, with dignity, with fair trade principle, and I am wearing something that I love, and it's made by somebody that I know the money is going to make an impact.
Fairly, yeah. Sylvia wants to know if the trench comes in different prints.
It does. Somebody, okay, so we did Say No More. We had in this print, I think this print, and we had it. So the question would be, do we still have your size? We did have in this, and then of course, then we had in this. We'll have more in the fall, but right now we have these available. Yeah.
Well, I know Miranda posted the link to your website, so hopefully you guys can check it out for yourselves if they have the color and your size. Somebody says, Shay says, do you guys make mother-daughter matching sets?
It's so crazy. So currently we don't make little girls, but like, again, so if we have we have done special order. If there's an event, mother-daughter wants to do something, we can definitely work that out. But we have yet to make, but we probably would. We have a goddaughter who she's 10 years old, and she's constantly asking us to make girls.
That's a whole different category, I know, as far as product development.
Also because we want to make sure that we, again, it's handmade, hand cut. It takes a while, and again, and then we want to make sure that we are not mass produced. We don't want to have we don't want to contribute to another mass production of clothes that have nowhere to go, right? So we're trying to be very careful not to follow the trends just because it's in, and here we are, like, okay, we're going to do it next. What are you doing next? So we are very, trying to be very conscious about that and not chasing the trends, because trends, that's another lesson we have learned. Trends will kill you. You are forever stay true to who.
Some kind of on that topic, Carly asks, what inspires your color combos?
It's more over the mood, because with the team back home, I keep on saying back home, the team in Tanzania, when we follow one particular vendor who we will see and will be inspired. So usually we try to stick to certain colors based on the season, because our market is in the United States. So what we'll think like, and then also we are mindful of our clients, like especially repeated clients. What do they like?
Mm-hmm.
So after 10 years, we already know what we like
color,
and what. And I think also because Rahel is in a profession where even our cuts, they are very like particular. We want like people who are, we'll say, professionals, not really. So you can see a lot of the cuts for us are not very fitted, because also the material does not allow us to stretch. So the prints are more so like what we like, whatever we like. So we have everything, you can name it.
So we can sometimes we do listen to, like, you know, what the Insta and the Vogue, what's in color of the year, like, oh, lavender is next. Okay, then we know we can be like, okay, do we want to look for lavender? But then sometimes like, you know, we don't want to look for lavender just because it says in, if we don't find lavender that we like, just because that's another thing we learned too, like the fashion industry, we don't follow the fashion industry. For example, the fashion industry right now, we are supposed to be showing fall collection. Actually, we are late.
No, spring
2021,
mm-hmm.
according to the fashion industry. So we are about now ready to wear the current woman. I want to buy this, I want to wear it now. We don't chase this fashion season because they're always two seasons, you know. And now actually, because of the COVID, the fashion industry is rethinking about not doing that, because it's really, who are you for us to make clothes right now for like what do they call resort wear 2021? Ilava woman is middle class, upper class, working mom. She's not thinking about resort 2021 right now, right? She's thinking about the next probably baby shower she's gonna go to. She got dance recital, she got facial report, she has to do a Zoom meeting. You know, of course she made, but she's not thinking about 3 seasons away of fashion industry, of all industry, right? So we try to keep it here and now. And pretty much, I love green. My sister loves yellow. So you probably going to see a lot of green and yellows. But if you tell us, are you going to have a specific color? We're like, yeah, that's a beautiful small business, right? We can have this conversation. We can engage. And like, you know what?
You're nimble. We call that we say you're nimble because you can react to what your customer wants quickly.
Exactly. And then we do listen to our customers a lot. And then we want to stay that way. Maybe perhaps we'll have a 5-year. We do have short-term plans and long-term plans. But for now, our customers, they come first, and then we listen to them, and then we are inspired. And we are very fortunate that whatever we bring out, they love it because they trust.
Well, I have to tell you, you guys are getting a lot of love in the comments. People are really enthusiastic, and we have like one final question, I think, and then we'll go to the giveaway. Sylvia says, have you considered giving previews of upcoming prints similar to what the fashion industry does, but not necessarily the designs, etc.? I'm going to interpret that as, Sylvia, do you mean previewing the prints before the garments are produced, like getting feedback on the prints? But I'm not sure. Yes, she says yes. That's what she means.
That's a great question. So this is one thing I remember one time I was like, maybe I'll write a blog about it. We have this thing saying that don't fall in love with the print. There's another thing about prints. I could see this print now, even if I want to produce this again, chances of me finding this are very slim. So if we do that, that means as a business, we'll have to take a risk of purchasing those prints with hope that people will say, this is what we want. Because if I say, let's do just a sample, and then 2 weeks from now, not even 2 weeks, sometimes it'll be 24 hours. The vendor sent me, here the prints, and I did not make a decision in 24 hours. And I'm like, yes, let me have about 16 yards of this. They're like, sorry, Rahel, they're gone. So in order for preview to happen, that means we have to front the money in purchasing this thing and to just hold them just in case they say this is the print we want, right? And we are not there yet to make those kind of big risk of business. So that's another drawn to our prints and our club there, because I always say don't fall in love with the prints, because you see today, tomorrow is gone. And that makes even the excitement knowing that only 6 people is going to have that, you know, that cap in that print. You know,
gosh, I hope I'm one of those people that gets that green dress that you're wearing. So I just want to say, I mean, all of the prints are so beautiful. I think you guys are, it sounds like you're relying on your own, you know, taste, and your taste is wonderful. And that, I think that really defines your brand. So can you tell us what you're going to be giving away tonight?
Yeah, since we talk about, this is actually my favorite bag.
Ooh.
Every bag, which you can work as a carry-on, a gym bag, a diaper bag, anything.
It can be
So-
washed in a washing machine.
Yes.
It's approved by TSA, so it's lovely. It has
Long stripe.
long strap. You could do a cross. So the winner gets to have this.
So just
And then it has leather trim.
It's beautiful. Okay, are you guys ready for me to spin the wheel?
spin it away, Holly.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
I like this bag. Make sure whoever is the winner when you're at the airport, tag us.
The winner is Anne Beaulieu. I'm probably mangling her name.
She's an amazing friend and another amazing social entrepreneur. Our business called Anuva, and we did a COVID-19 response in Kenya with her. So check her stuff out.
I swear it's not rigged. I just genuinely just put it into a random name picker. It looks like maybe she's not joining us live. I'm not sure. She did register, so.
Tell her. She's an amazing, her business is another.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So I can send you her email, but it sounds like you don't need me to because you've already.
I know. We try
Okay.
to register as a fair trade, so she's joining soon.
Well, thanks you guys so much for taking the time tonight. Your setup is so beautiful and your clothes are so beautiful. Can you just review for people how they can find you and find your clothes?
So another lesson learned in business: secure your business name. So our business is Ilava, but our website is My Ilava with MY in the beginning because we waited so late to secure our domain name. So secure your domain name before you make an announcement. So you can find us at www.myilava.com. All of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter is at myilava.com. We answer our own phones, emails, so we love to hear from you, your idea, your feedback. If there's a print you love, you want us to bring back, we can research. So thank you so much. We enjoy you guys, and this has been amazing. Thanks, Fairtrade.
Thank you so much for all your beautiful designs, and thanks for everybody who joined, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, or maybe we'll see you at a future event.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank
This
you.
was much fun.
I know.